As far as indicators go, I'd say overall this was one of my favorites when I was actually starting out. Actually, I have to say was probably my best one next to the newer harmonic indicator that I actually have. I'm not so dependent on. I don't really use indicators anymore, but if I were to make a change, I would use this one. I would probably get rid of the trend lines because I know how to use trend lines already, but ultimately this does, for someone new, it does automate the trend lines for you. Like, if you didn't know how to use trend lines, this will automatically set them up for you. You don't have to put in any work. It'll do it for each time frame as well. So, and it gives you alerts. Personally, I hate the alerts. It'll let you know possible changes in direction and which zones are actually stronger. The orange zones are the strong, means the next time frame up, and it's the strongest. So notice how it changed color. It means that one's actually the daily line. So when I go to the daily, actually, that might actually be the monthly. Yeah. So it's pretty much its own entire time frame, so that zone is actually going to be stronger. And the dark blue line is just a larger trend EMA line for the larger time frame. So we're basically looking for patterns, bounces off of trend lines, confirmations of harmonic patterns. We're looking for anything to boost our analysis with this trade, with this strategy. And that's what this overall is meant to do. It's meant to basically highlight everything for you. Highlight trends, patterns, basically everything. I never really depended on these so much, personally. Like, the targets are there to kind of try to highlight things for you, but ultimately it's up to you as a trader to jump in the trade on your own and figure out, is this the right opportunity for me to jump into? And how long is this trade going to last? Is the risk-reward ratio worth it to me? You want to ask yourself a ton of questions like that. But if you were a new trader, typically you wouldn't know to ask these things, but overall you kind of see this. Like, right now you see like this is a perfectly strong trend line. There is consistency with the bounces at this point. So overall, if we went to a smaller time frame, we can actually see that there is potential for it to actually rise, considering it's a triangle pattern, and in the past there was a bullish butterfly to actually push it upwards. Yes, it says there's a down trend a little bit, but that's because in addition there's another pattern to be formed. Yes, it broke down one from bouncing on that trend line, but is there room for it to break higher? Is the question you're going to ask yourself. And is it going to bounce off of this line or this line? This is where we just wait and see what happens in the market. You wait for the next opportunity. You can just take your profits right there, but ultimately it is about trading what you see at this point. What do I see in the current moment? Or when should I take this opportunity? But ultimately, overall, you see what this tool can actually do. Trend lines are perfectly automated. The targets are automated. I won't say they're like 100%, but no trade is 100%. But ultimately, you want to advance yourself further beyond what the indicator can teach you. Overall, I personally recommend trying to learn how to do everything on your own. Like, personally, I'm not so dependent on tools. I'm a bit messy, but overall you want to try to find patterns on your own. But if If you found this video helpful, feel free to give this video a like. Feel free to comment if you have any further questions or anything like that, of that nature. And subscribe as well. I have a lot of information on my channel that would be helpful.